Yeah. It means X plus Y is 54, but it's not, Then you need to take number of 29 points times 20% plus number of 29 points times. Okay, 21. Because this is just the number of points. The number of points is the number of points, the number of points is the ratio. And the number of points is the times the value of the points. And then let's see what like I don't know. I do one of them. And 157 points. Okay. Program. Control goal of this. The total number of points. So this is this one. Right, but here, right, this one you're taking on is the number, which is 2.
Any CCA this coming week? Any CCA?
Sure have we got performance.
Oh,
Can buy ticket though. You want buy?
when and where?
Can buy. Need check.
Number of
What do you understand by reuse? Fossil fuels are non-renewable energy sources. But electricity is not a primary energy source, so you can't really classify it as renewable or non-renewable because it comes from other sources like fossil fuels. And of course, it can also come from wind, sunlight. So electricity itself can either be from renewable or non-renewable sources. Electricity. How to explain? How do you define? If you have the right equipment, then it's quite easy. That's all I can say. Okay, let's look at the broader picture. Let me ask about, let's say, the everyday electricity. Where does it come from? For Singapore, most of it comes from the power station. And for example, the nearest one to Yishun is in Woodlands. So that power station burn natural gas, which is a fossil fuel, to generate electricity. Yeah.
Still have.
Training.
Tuesday only.
Tuesday only. Okay, one.
Monday O level, right?
Yeah.
Oral.
No, written paper.
Which subject?
Chinese.
So fast.
Chinese is the first one. Is what? Yeah, I think tomorrow. July is another one. July is the oral.
Why oral more later than the written paper?
Don't know.
Should be first month.
Yeah, but it's weird. But then this is the last year already. For you, no more in July and May. No. They move all the way back to be together with the other subjects.
next batch.
Next batch. Yeah, next batch. This is the last batch. This is the last batch that they have in May and July.
That's bad news.
Good and bad. Because if you have more, you may have more time to study when your turn comes. But of course, if you do well now, then you don't have to worry about Chinese anymore.
Yeah.
Your Chinese is okay.
But next year I have to take the normal Chinese one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because for you, if you're taking higher Chinese, that means, I don't know about you, that means your O level
Yeah,
is
just in next year.
next year, right? You know. Yeah. Yeah, you're taking standard Chinese, right? Okay, so basically all done, huh? Come, let's just go through quickly. Jingxun, you're done, right?
No lah, I never finish it.
Right? No. You are a lot more efficient than that.
The second question, right? I not remember.
Second question. How would you measure the current through the valve of the PD across the fixed resistors? Draw a circuit diagram. Ah, you mean this A? You don't know what it's asking. How do you measure current? Yeah.
Sheet.
Yeah, ammeter, which is the symbol is this. All right. So of course you need to know how to spell. Where's the bulb? Bulb is only here, so bulb is here. So therefore, where should you put the ammeter? Well, you can put it here. You can put it here. All right, because make sure you realize the current is the same. And Jingxun? That's the voltmeter, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes them up. Now, voltmeter is to measure PD, and you're interested in the fixed resistor. So, well, you can just put the voltmeter like this. Remember, voltmeter must be in parallel with your components, whereas ammeter must be in series with your components. Can teacher? Right? Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all. Identify the electrical component W, teacher. Okay. So shouldn't be a problem. Variable resistor. Me, your side, they don't talk about other kinds of resistors, right? Only fixed and variable only. Okay. What is the difference between fixed resistors and W? Yeah, Jingxuan?
The amount of resistance the fixed one cannot be changed. And then W can be changed.
Yeah, okay. So I think the keyword here is resistance. Fixed resistors have constant resistance. And W has a resistance that can be changed. I think the key point is this: do not confuse resistor with resistance, even though they are related. Resistors means that the job is to have a resistance, whereas resistance can be in any component within the circuit. Light bulb has a resistance. And for that matter, anything else. Even wires have resistance, but in theory, you count them as 0. But in practice, even your wires have resistance. Keep that in mind. Okay, next one. 3 reasons why freight wire are dangerous. Maybe. Okay, electrical shock to the user, or I mean, worst case, electrocution. Electrical shock to user. If it comes in contact with, then the current will flow through the water. And depending what is in contact with the water, you may get electrical shock if you're in contact with the water. So yeah, electrical to user, and of course, worst case is electrocution. Electrocution means you get killed. Provided there's something flammable around. Then
So if you put your phone next to the wire, it will explode.
your phone, no, your phone is not exactly flammable. But it's flammable. Petrol, kerosene, you put it next to the wire, then
Next time, blow up the school, right? No need anything. Petrol, one wire, put down, like a boom.
but you know in Singapore it's very strict, no? You can't just buy petrol like that. They can only pump petrol into your car.
What if you say I'm going on a trip, I need to pump.
Take the petrol out of your car.
You can do that. You can do that. But you can't go to the station and say, I want to have this bottle, fill it up with petrol. They won't do it for you. It's against the law. They won't do that.
Do in Malaysia.
But Malaysia can.
Hide the
Oh, no need. You just pump out your car in Singapore and then go home and then suck it up again from the car. That's all. That's all.
Then you still have to go pump, if you what? Then you still need to go fill your car up with petrol, expensive.
Oh, expensive. Then is it cheaper in Malaysia?
Okay.
Should be, by right. Should be. Oh, but I just give you a story. Don't just think that only petrol or kerosene is explosive. Solids can be explosive too. You know, last time in Taiwan, you know what is starch powder, right? Starch powder, I mean, it's used for food. So they have this party, and then they go and there's one dispenser that dispense the powder all over the place to make it look smoky. And then some idiot go and initiate fireworks within the party. Fireworks. So the fireworks light up the powder, the starch powder, and basically the whole place go up into flames. So obviously people will choke in the fire. Yeah, so even solids can be dangerous, especially fine powder. Yeah, starch powder too. Or even just like wheat, those flour, they are quite dangerous one. If you go and dispense into the air, you try then lighting up. Anyway, what are the other issues? Yes, of course, let's write explosion since May mentioned it. But only if flammable substances are present. What's the last one? Well, instead of explosions, you just have a simple fire. Still dangerous, of course. Yep. Okay, I think this will be the main points. Why is it important to conserve electricity in Singapore and state two ways in which we can do so? Well, they did mention Singapore. So what is so special about Singapore? Oh, yeah, May, what do you write? Okay, good. Electricity in Singapore comes from non-renewable sources. So take note of this word renewable. I'm sure you have seen it before. But that's not all. Think about it. Does Singapore has any energy sources? Not really. So as add it in. Or I'll be very specific. Singapore has no fossil fuels. I think just depends whether you're lucky or unlucky. Because at this area somehow, there's no oil, there's no coal, there's no natural gas. Yeah. Singapore only has a hot spring. Sembawang Hot Spring. Oh, actually, there's one more in Pulau Tekong, but Pulau Tekong is not open to the public. Hot spring actually is considered energy source. Yeah.
I mean, they cook eggs there, then they put their feet inside here. Just you put their feet inside.
Yeah, correct.
The water so nice. Got so many feet inside. Then you put the eggs inside.
Wow. Special taste.
Yeah, right next to there.
Special taste, huh? You add salt to the eggs. But there were also stories about those elderly who score their legs because the water is so too hot. Yeah, so got to be careful. Is it still open to the public now? I'm not too sure.
Should be.
Should be. Haven't gone there for a very long time. For the viewers. Okay, come. How to conserve electricity?
Turn off electrical appliances when not in use.
Okay, so I just use the general term appliances when not in use, including aircon, lights, TV, and so on. Any other way? Okay, good. Use electrically efficient or energy efficient appliances. What are you learning for Set 2 women? Bio will be your digestive system, the other circulatory system, and then reproductive system.
So all the systems. Most of the systems.
Most of the, yeah, but not respiratory.
After my back, that's the
After we are done with what? Oh, can. Ashton is not here, can. Use energy efficient appliances. You know what is LED, right? No, light emitting diode. Light emitting diode. In fact, all the new lights are using LED. So this is supposedly more energy efficient.
It's also LED.
These are LEDs.
Also.
Okay, you remember you built the solar house? That thing inside is an LED. Last time.
The house got crushed.
Oh, so it's gone.
Yeah.
My one is still here.
I think Angel's one is still alive.
Is
But
it?
I think her stuff panel cannot. Maybe because she put her basement once.
So your brother's one? Don't know.
That's why I didn't see.
Oh, okay. Maybe this one is gone.
Maybe he put in some cupboard, then he forgot.
Last time used to be fluorescent lights, but these are not energy efficient. In fact, everywhere you go now, they're using LEDs. Why would we have not enough LEDs?
What is LED?
It is an electrical component. And now, of course, you ask me what exactly is inside. I'm not too sure, but just show me the LED. Have you seen it before?
Ice cream.
Yeah. Innovation, there's no ice cream here. Okay. These are LEDs, different colors, of course.
Does the LED still work?
Which one? This one?
No, that one.
Yep, the one by solar house. Yeah, it's what. Later you take a look.
Be long.
It can last for a long time, many years. Long time.
You still make solar houses?
Not since last year.
Yeah.
Because, last year I still made for the the P6 students. But because because I didn't go to buy any more solar panel. This is also LED. Even though you can't tell that they are the same, but that is LED. In fact, if you go to at night, you look at those bicycles, bicycles especially, those very bright lights, those are all LEDs. Cars also, cars use LEDs now.
Ice cream is 7% taro.
Yeah, taro. Taro is young.
Why 7% only?
Because it's expensive to get too much.
No, chocolate also.
Yeah, chocolate. You can't add too much. But you need to add enough to have the taste. Otherwise, then there's no point in adding. You want to add the minimum to get that taste.
But they are how to say. But this one, they're honest about it.
It has to. By law, they have to declare all this. Yeah, they can't just have an unknown number there. 100%, no way.
Why Haagen-Dazs so expensive?
Haagen-Dazs,
Yeah.
they said that they use all top quality materials.
So what? The spoon must be made of gold. Oh,
But
and then the human must be also top quality.
but do you like the taste? Haagen-Dazs?
Sometimes I feel like it tastes like the one you can get with the auntie at the road there.
Oh, but in general, I like the taste for me, so I thought it's probably quite true.
Rich.
They use good chocolate. No, I only eat it once in a long while. They use good chocolate. And they use, there are different different kinds of ingredients, like different kinds of butter. They probably use much better quality butter, not the cheap version. Yeah, all this matters. Then you study food science, then you will know. You can either study in a uni or study in poly.
See, don't have.
JC,
Um,
no food science. This is a primary school question. How the well works. Okay, first thing you have to mention what? Close the circuit, right? Close the switch. And guys, even though they didn't teach electromagnet in your Sec 2, but you're expected to remember it from primary school. So make sure you recognize it's an electromagnet, but of course they've written it down there too. So once your electromagnet activates, well, you better remember attraction and repulsion. Of course, in this case, it's attraction.
Find the most part.
And there are 5 lessons.
Where I like the.
So therefore, is subject by 4.
That's supposed to be why.
Okay, so there are 5
X minus.
So this subject will be 2, 4, 0.
I think if you take it down. You go away to middle.
If I say that our interest rate on a regular basis for every week, we should be able to try on time.
Why are you going to work?
Yes.
Do you like this? Like,
No, no other factors than is the final.
you all use carbon names.
Okay, welcome.
It's not, they're just not really exempt. And also, I think there's a limit, but I just refuse to forget.
Okay, so make sure you can remember that. Quick question for you guys. By right, electromagnet can only attract what kind of material?
Steel. So,
The term that they use in primary school is magnetic material. Try to remember that in case it comes out. Huh, Jingxuan, what are the 4 magnetic materials?
cobalt, nickel,
Good,
steel, iron.
good.
Cobalt, nickel, steel, iron.
Cobalt, nickel, steel, and iron. Make sure it's cobalt and not copper. I don't know about your school, but probably they will still require you to remember them. But of course, in real life, there are more than 4. Nevertheless, for now, just remember 4. Okay, anyway, let's go back to this primary school question. Attracts armature. Armature is the arm here, steel arm. Hammer hits the bell, the gong. Okay, notice I use all the words from the question. Once the gong is hit, the bell rings.
Okay.
But once that happens, the armature actually separates from contact screw. Again, I'm using all the words. So upon separation, the circuit is now open. So I already present it step by step. Then circuit open means electromagnet deactivates. So there's no more attraction. Armature returns to original position, and of course, then circuit becomes closed again. So the cycle repeats. So essentially, as long as the switch is closed, the bell will keep on ringing and ringing and ringing. You circuit open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close.
Then how? Wait, no, never mind.
How to stop it? Open the switch. That's the only way to.
Open.
Did you notice the switch there?
Sure, right? You know the school one have that one, then you press, right? Then you go.
Oh,
Then how you close?
I think you can't do it. You need the security guard. The security guard will come and use a key to unlock it. Yeah, you cannot do it yourself. You need the key to turn it.
Primary school, right? My friends wanted me to press the thing.
Why you want to die?
Then I said no, don't want. Then I go toilet. Then they press. And then they got caught. And then finish.
Then how can it?
No.
Oh, lucky them. This is a serious thing.
Then my child asked me if I got press. Then I say no, I go toilet. Okay, lor. Then yeah, I lucky.
Very smart.
Chinese go toilet.
Okay. How many? Any question? Yeah.
Yes. So why you know is because the poster is still there. And it's a giant, big poster. When I was one to. You know, still like my drawing was still on the wall. It's chair full of toys, still there. My phone is still there. There's often everywhere. Okay. Probably the way of the knowledge. Oh, it is not something. Oh, it is special. Because everything on that one thing, like, if I go through the maintenance of all, my mistakes, this one, when I next time. We'll also say we were here, I'm the, that's the one. That's the one. You'll get another. Thanks. Yes, so. Thanks. Oh, I was, oh, it will go on my.
Diagram for you.
Longer. Six spot of each one. Well, I can't even see it. Yeah, I think it's good. If you just like the books, or just you have to start here, if you write that one. Even if they're using how they did. Yeah. And eggs, right, and flour, and if you be all the foods. One, oh, and small, this oil.
Copy. Label as much as you can. You too, label as much as you can.
Do you spell the other name for the garden again?
The other name for the,
Garden.
oh, you forgot, huh?
The
Yep, by up the lower set, you have to use the other word already. Esophagus. Can you remember? No, okay. Yeah, let's erase everything. Bye. Okay, but I write for you regarding the word that you asked. You know how to spell? Yes. So Vegas. Well, welcome to bio. You have to remember all these words. Now, of course, in your primary school, they call it the toilet.
Wait, so which one is the anus one? Which one, right? This one or this one?
Yeah, the one right at the end,
Okay.
the opening. Mark, that's not saliva thing. Liver spelled wrongly.
Huh? Got meh?
Yeah.
Is it Liver?
Yeah, but you don't have the R there. Liver. Okay, come. Name what you start with.
Nose.
Okay, mouth. You eat through your nose.
So the thing, right, once you touch it, it becomes soupy one. Then I will
Okay, go fill this in. These few thingies here are salivary glands. Well, of course, the tongue is there. Okay, I don't think I need to label the teeth. And of course, you better know by now, this is your stomach. Yeah, from stomach, where does it go to? Vein? Yeah, of course, from your diagram, it's not that clear, but probably you can more or less identify. And from there, it goes to the large intestine. Starting from here, I don't know whether you notice, this is the boundary between the small and the large intestine. Good question. Do you know things like
rat tail.
rat tail?
The
Okay.
one that can make it explode.
But let's write down the large intestine first. That's the beginning of the large intestine. I'm sure you've heard of this before. It's called the appendix. Yeah. The theory is this: long ago, we eat different diets. We eat more plants than meat. So that small part is to help with the digestion of plants. But over time, we eat more meat, so we don't need that small part. So it's no longer in use. But I'm sure you know what happens, right? What can happen to appendix? It can become inflamed. And then it's life-threatening.
See, you jump around after you eat.
That's what they say. I don't know, but even then, they are not particularly sure. Maybe you jump around too much after you're eating. Yeah, but that's again, we are not totally sure. But just that if it becomes inflamed, it's very painful. It's life-threatening. You can die. So you have to go and remove it. But let's look at the rest. What's before the anus? Maybe write it down. Yes, good. Now, so far, what we have done is the passage with food passes through. So your food starts from the mouth. It goes through your esophagus, goes through your stomach. In fact, it goes through all the intestines before coming up here. Now, there's a name for this whole passage. The name is
Digestive system.
What passage? Food passage. Oh, that sounds so crude. There's a very scientific name for it, which you guys may need to know depending on your school. The whole passage is called alimentary canal. Yeah, that's the problem with bio. You have to remember all these funny names that may not mean anything to you. Now, just remember, food passes through it. But the problem is, the digestive system is not just the alimentary canal. There are other parts I haven't asked yet, right? They are the digestive system too. That is the problem. Come, this thingy here. Good. Which you need to know, by the way. Yeah?
Do again.
Pancreas.
It looks like a tongue.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's how you recognize it. It looks like a leaf or like a tongue. Of course, it produces important things. And this big fat thing here,
Liver.
yes, make sure you recognize it.
So what they say your liver can go black? Is it smoke?
No, you get poisoned.
Oh, okay.
You eat something that poisons you. Like alcohol. You drink too much alcohol. So this whole, normally you recognize it because it looks like a big triangle.
What?
Yeah, the liver is a big triangle. And on your right is bigger than the left side. Oh, by the way, make sure you recognize this picture. Most of the pictures you see, right hand side is here. This is the right of this person, and this is the left. Okay, he's facing you, not the other way around. So the right side of the liver is bigger. And there's a small little teardrop here. Jingxuan? Yep.
Sorry for my
Hmm?
I saw it from my answer.
Oh, okay. You mean last time your notes,
Oh, that's another book.
Oh.
退休了
Oh.
Then don't know 去哪里
So yeah, you got to add those few into your knowledge now. So just note, liver, pancreas, and gallbladder, they do not let food pass through them. Food does not go through them. They are still part of the digestive system. Come, try to recall. What's the purpose of everything? Salivary glands?
For this saliva.
Okay, yeah, simple as that. Now,
This.
Hmm?
No, next time we have to learn more.
yeah. Saliva, no, even then, you need to know what's inside the saliva. There's an important thing inside. Never mind, I'll add this in later on. Oh, mouth, what does the mouth do?
Break down.
Yes, chew food, break down food mechanically. So they like to use the term mechanical. Don't be surprised to see it. Huh? Well, of course, it's for taste, but in terms of digestive wise, it basically rolls. You probably probably unaware about that, but it rolls the food into a bolus. Oh, because this is counted as mechanical digestion. That means you break down the food. But there's also chemical digestion. Now, the word bolus is nothing fanciful. It simply means a ball. Just that they don't like to use the word ball. Okay, basically, this bolus enter the esophagus. And of course, it's easier to move it downwards if it's in the shape of the ball. Okay, come. Esophagus purpose.
Make mouth to stomach,
Yes, but of course it does more than that.
push the.
Yes, okay. It pushes the food into stomach. How? Yes, there are muscles inside. Two types of muscles, but no need to know for now. There's a name for the process though. Peristalsis. Okay, basically the muscles contract and expand, or contract and relax.
Does that count for the muscles in the other areas of your mouth,
In the other area of the,
body, like hand, leg?
no, they are different. There are different kinds of muscles, but the digestive system will be operating somewhat similarly. The which one?
The knee.
Peristalsis. Peristalsis is the name of the process when your muscle contract, expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract, expand. That's how it pushes the foot down. So that process is called peristalsis. That is why if you're even if you're hanging upside down, the food can still be pushed upwards into your stomach because of that. Okay, there's esophagus, stomach. What does it do? Yeah, but like now, let's step back for a moment. There are three kinds of food. What are the three kinds of food? Good, proteins. Good. And yep, fats and oils. Okay. But you don't even know what are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and oils. Carbohydrates. Well, for us, there are two main kinds. One would be the sugars. Okay, the other kinds found in food will be starch. Okay. Yeah, we shall leave it at that for now. Now let's go back to the stomach. Well, of course, me is correct. It digests food, but you now have to know more than that. Which food stuff does it digest?
Carbohydrate.
No.
Proteins.
Proteins. Okay. Proteins are first digested here. They are the easiest, easiest to digest. Actually, not true. Not true. Actually, carbohydrates are first digested in the mouth, even though I haven't mentioned that yet. But this one you have to remember, stomach only digests proteins. Yeah. What else do you know about the stomach? Well, the other thing you need to know is quite acidic. Quite acidic. You're talking about pH 1 to 2. If you remember your pH scale.
Not acidic.
Yeah. But what is the acid inside the stomach? Yeah, hydrochloric acid. Now, but there's a reason. There are actually a few reasons why it's so acidic. I'll just give you one for now. What is the advantage of very acidic environment? Okay, basically your germs cannot survive, or not just bacteria, but in general, most germs cannot survive in the acidic environment. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. But let's go back to my mouth, or more exact, saliva. Saliva basically digests. It doesn't digest everything completely, but this is where starch is digested. But obviously, it's not enough to digest all the starch. Okay, so basically saliva helps in digestion of starch. It also helps to form the bolus, even though I didn't really mention it. Okay, let's go on. Small intestine, what does it do?
Break down. No, digest.
So here it further, okay, let's see. Digest which food stuff?
Carbohydrate.
All of them.
Oh.
But this is when you may want to highlight fats and oils. Fats and oils are only digested in the small intestine. But it does another important thing. Very important. Yes, good. It absorbs the digested food. Now, technically speaking, starch is first digested in the mouth, proteins are first digested in the stomach, but no absorption has taken place at all until all the contents reach the small intestine. That is only when absorption takes place. But of course, what is meant by absorption? Where does the digested food go to? Yes, good. Into the bloodstream. Okay, so there's the small intestine. Yep, large intestine. What does it do?
No.
Good. Okay, so we shall use that primary school answer here.
Holds the waste.
Good. Okay, yeah, basically it holds and stores the waste. Or to be more exact, here the waste is referring to feces. Yep, Anus.
At the out of the body.
Okay, yeah, releases the feces. Or excretes the feces. Now, as I said, it's the new stuff that can be a bit confusing. Okay, look at this tree. Right. Liver, what does it do?
Produces.
Yeah, it produces something.
Maybe. Maybe. Which one produces bar?
Liver.
I thought it stores.
It produces this thingy called bar.
Produces something else.
What?
I don't know.
Now, bar is a greenish yellowish liquid. You can call it yellowish green or greenish yellow. But importantly, what does it do? Bar. Now, there's a very scientific word for that, which you need to know. Yes, good. It's an emulsifier. It emulsifies, in particular, one group of foodstuff. Fats and oils.
FC.
Oh, I see. All right. But since you started it, what is meant by emulsification?
Breaks them into smaller.
Okay, take note, it doesn't really change their chemical structure. It's still the same substance, just that emulsifies means broken down into droplets. Okay, that's the meaning of emulsification, breaking a substance into droplets, small droplets. Remember, fats and oils don't dissolve well in water, right? So you need this emulsifier to break them into small droplets. And in case you ask how does it work, it works like a detergent.
So you emulsify what? No, after you emulsify, it becomes droplets. Then what do you do with it?
Okay, I'll show you very soon. Let's write this down. How does it work? It works similarly to a detergent. That's what a detergent does, no? It emulsifies fats and oils. But you realize something I went told you, right? Where does this bar enter the digestive system? I didn't tell you, right? But before that, The bar, does it go straight into your alimentary canal? No, it doesn't. The bar goes from the liver, bar goes into the gallbladder. So let me write in, basically the gallbladder stores bar and releases it. Where? Into the small intestine. That is the thing you do. I mean, don't really need to remember, but it helps you to understand better. Now, it's not shown in this diagram, but there is actually a pathway. They call it a duct. Even though you don't need to know, there is a duct from here that goes somewhere here. They call it a bar duct, but no need to know. So the bar goes into the small intestine somewhere here, near to the pancreas. Okay, okay. So what does the small intestine do? It digests, right? Remember, we mentioned fats and oils. So in other words, I hope you realize what this means. It means by fat and oil, by right, they are already emulsified by the bar. That means they are already in small droplets before digestion can take place. Take note, they are still fats and oil, it's just that they are now in small droplets. But chemically, they're still the same. Okay. Okay, me. Just one last thing. Pancreas. Now, pancreas obviously does a lot of things, but we just mentioned the one that is relevant to digestive system. Okay, pancreas produces something. They call it pancreatic juice. Right, so for now, yeah, just know that there's another juice. Lots of juices everywhere. Now, just now I mentioned stomach digest proteins, right? Oh, because it produces something. That I didn't mention earlier. Basically, it produces a juice too. What's that juice called? Well, you need a scientific name. It's called gastric juice. And the juice helps to digest proteins. But just to be sure, small intestine also, I didn't mention it just now, but it also produces a juices. And we call that intestinal juice. And oh, by the way, I should have written it earlier, but essentially your intestinal juice actually helps to digest your carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and oils. Okay, quite a lot of content. Let me see. Slide. Now, let's go a bit further. Starch. Where do you find starch? Primary school question. What kind?
Potato.
Good. Just give you a few potatoes and of course rice, noodles, pasta. Now, what else do you need to know? Starch is a big molecule. Add this in. It's a big molecule. Proteins is big molecules too.
They cannot enter the small intestine.
Correct. That is the key point. Fats and oils are not that big, but still rather big. And I want you to take note, these big molecules cannot enter your small intestine. That is an important concept about digestion. Same thing for starch. Okay, same thing for fats and oils.
Sugar.
Sugar is a bit more complicated. Now, there are many types of sugars, okay? But I will split just into glucose and others. Now, there are many kinds of others, but I'll just add one important one. Sucrose. Where do you find sucrose? Yes, that is the table sugar you add into your tea and coffee.
Oh.
I want to also add, sugars are considered small molecules. Okay, they're considered small, but the big but is others are still too big to enter the small intestine.
And then, so glucose is small.
Yes, only glucose can enter straight in. So that one you got to note down. Only glucose can enter directly inside. Only glucose can do that. And but just to the final point for today, since all this stuff cannot enter the small intestine, that is why they have to be digested. That is why you need a digestive system. And keep this central concept in mind. Okay, otherwise it doesn't make sense. Why do you need digestion? But you don't take glucose, right? I think hardly anybody take glucose straight nowadays. Last time I used to, but now they don't. Last time they sell glucose powder.
Oh,
Then you scoop it in and then add water and drink. They say it's good because it doesn't need digestion. So you will definitely go into your bloodstream. Right?
then why you get sugar rush?
Yeah, but that's the problem. You get immediate sugar rush. Immediate. There's nothing to stop it. You don't even need digestion. But so that's why now hardly anybody does that. Okay, any final questions for today?
No,
Okay.
wait, does sugar rush help with exam?
In the short term, yes. That means maybe for the first few moments, yes, you're very alert, you're very high. But it can drop very fast now.
Huh?
After, let's say, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes,
Oh, so
then you start to get very lethargic already.
so it's not a good option.
Unless you want that initial burst only. Okay, bye-bye.
Sure.
Bye. Yes.